Living wisely with impermanence. How then can we live wisely with this truth? First, practice mindfulness. Notice the small shifts around you. The way the light changes in a room, the song of a bird that comes and goes, the rise and fall of a single breath. Every moment is teaching impermanence. Second, embrace the present. When you know a moment will not last, you meet it with openness. You stop waiting for the perfect time and instead discover the perfection of now. Third, let go with compassion. When relationships end, when possessions are lost, when identities shift, remember that change is the law of life. Holding on too tightly only creates pain. Letting go allows love to remain, even when its form dissolves. Fourth, see impermanence as freedom. If nothing is fixed, then nothing can trap you. Anger can soften, habits can change, and life can begin again.
Impermanence as a gift. Impermanence is not only loss, it is also a gift. Because things change, pain does not last forever. Grief softens with time. Wounds heal. Storms eventually pass. Because things change, growth becomes possible. The child grows into an adult. The student becomes a teacher. A tiny seed rises into a towering tree. And because things change, gratitude blossoms. We treasure the flower because we know it will fall. We cherish the sunrise because we know the day will fade. To see impermanence clearly is to live with humility and tenderness, to hold each moment as rare, unrepeatable, and precious. The root of suffering. Suffering does not come from impermanence itself. It arises because the mind clings. We cling to possessions, to youth, to relationships, to success, even to our fixed ideas of who we are. We imagine life should stay the same, but reality keeps moving. And when what we want no longer matches what is, suffering appears. Think of joy, a perfect day, a moment of laughter, the warmth of someone's hand. We long for it to last forever, but when it fades, sorrow follows. Think of pain, a loss, a failure, a surge of anger. We wish it had never come, yet resisting it only deepens the wound. Impermanence itself is neutral. It simply is. But when we demand permanence in a world that is ever-changing, we create our own suffering. Impermanence. A fundamental truth. Pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Notice how even this breath arises and then fades away. In the same way the seasons shift, flowers bloom and wither, the day gives way to night. Even mountains and rivers, which seem so solid and eternal, are slowly changing. Our very bodies transform with each passing moment, as cells are born and die. The Buddha called this truth Anicca, impermanence. It is one of the 3 marks of existence. To see impermanence clearly is not a cause for fear, but an opening, a doorway to wisdom and peace.
The final message. Impermanence is not something to fear. It is the very rhythm of life. Because everything changes, suffering will pass. Because everything changes, joy is possible. And because everything changes, each moment shines as precious. When you face loss, remember, this too shall pass. When you feel joy, remember, this too shall pass. Let gratitude fill your heart, for it is in change that peace is found. Not the peace of control, but the peace of harmony with life as it truly is. May you see impermanence clearly, may you embrace it tenderly, and may it free your heart to live with wisdom and compassion. If these reflections have touched your heart, let this be just the beginning. Take this wisdom into your breath, into your steps, into the way you live each day. And if you wish to keep walking this path together, I invite you to stay connected so we can continue exploring the timeless teachings of the Buddha, side by side. Subscribe Share this with someone who may need peace today, and let us keep reminding each other everything changes, and in that truth, we find freedom.